Hey, shalom everyone, this is Chris Shoemaker, also known as Yehuda ben Shomer, and you're watching the Ponderings of the Perkei Avot. Today we are in chapter 4, verses 20 and 21, and it reads, Rabbi Mattia, the son of Karash, would say, "Be first to greet every man. Be a tail to lions rather than a head to foxes." Rabbi Yaakov would say, "This world is comparable to the antechamber before the world to come. Prepare yourself in the antechamber so that you may enter the banquet hall." This kind of reminds me of Hebrews 13 verse 2, which reads, "Be not forgetful to entertain strangers, for thereby some have entertained angels, also messengers," implying messengers of God, whether it be, preachers or pastors or rabbis or prophets or apostles, what have you. Some have entertained angels or messengers unaware. Sometimes we forget because there's 7+ billion people on this planet, and they're every size, shape, and color, every ethnicity. And often, we look at people and think, man, I'm nothing like that person. I'm so different. But we fail to realize that we're all related somehow. We all are related through one of three sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, or Japheth. So we're all related. And, just because we don't know each other or because people are strangers, we've gotten out of the habit, of greeting strangers. I remember when I was younger, people would be driving down the road and they'd kind of lift up a hand every time they pass somebody, or, they kind of give a polite nod and a greeting in the grocery store or something. And, just people greeting strangers all the time. But we've gotten away from that because we're so afraid to engage with people that we don't know, and we're so afraid to engage with strangers. And I'm not trying to push or promote any new age hullabaloo here, but in yoga they say namaste, and basically that means I recognize the godhood in you. And of course that's just a bunch of new age BS, if you will, but there is a good principle behind that when we see one another, that we should recognize a creation of God. We should recognize each other as brothers and sisters, as relatives of Noah's three sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. We're all family. We're all part of the human race. Regardless of our shape, size, and color, and our ethnicity, we're all one people. We're all part of the human race. And when we greet one another, we're acknowledging, you know what? God created you. You're special because God created you and allowed you to be born. You know what? I'm greeting you because I recognize that God created you and we are family. We are brothers. We are sisters, whatever. And when we do this, when we greet people, when we greet strangers, it's kind of a boost in the arm. It's kind of a shot of self-esteem and self-worth, because so many people, especially the undesirables, those that are homeless or those that aren't as hygienically maintained as you may be, or coming from a different economic status than you, when we greet them, it says, hey, somebody noticed me. Hey, I'm important. How many people, pass other people on the street, and how many days go by where one individual, somebody, does not even have another person acknowledge them? It would make me feel invisible, make me feel worthless, that I'm not worth anything. Proverbs 18:24 says, "A man that hath friends must show himself friendly, and there is a friend that sticks closer than a brother." Sometimes a small smile, a tip of the hat, a hello can go a long way. When you bless someone like that, in turn, you may be blessed by them, which we all need to be blessed. Just pulling a scenario out of my head, but let's just say your car breaks down and you're on the side of the road and you don't have a cell phone, or your cell phone's dead, and you have no way of getting help except for walking miles to the nearest town or gas station. And a stranger may greet you and say, "Hey there, you look like a nice guy. Can I give you a hand? Can I help you?" That would make you feel really good. And in return, receiving the help from that stranger, you feel good, and it makes the other guy feel good because he's able to help you, and you're showing yourself friendly. So in this way, we become a leader of sorts. When we greet strangers and when we greet people, when we're nice to everybody, we become a leader of sorts, promoting peace and kindness to everybody. And this small positive act can be very contagious in a very positive way. So regarding verse 21, all we do here prepares us for eternity and prepares us for the world to come. It's also said in the Talmud, Avodah Zarah 3 verse A, it says, this world is like the eve of Sabbath, and the world to come is like the Sabbath. He who prepares on the eve of the Sabbath will have food to eat on the Sabbath. So, this world is just a waiting room for the world to come, and we prepare ourselves for the next world. So how do we do that? What's this all about? It's basically following the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It's also following the greatest commandment, not only loving the Lord your God with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength, but he said the second is like unto the first, that you love your neighbor as yourself. So loving other people, being kind to other people, no matter what religion or economic status or ethnicity they may be. Love and treat everybody the same. Anyway, that's the message from the Perkei Avot today. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Shalom and Shavua Tov. Spiritually speaking, are you tired of eating the same spiritual food all the time? Going to the same spiritual restaurants day in, day out, week after week? Hey, why don't you try something different? Try something new. How about some takeout? Why not try Torah Takeout? Just go to my YouTube channel, Ray Bash Gatan, and look for the playlist Torah Takeout. After all, we deliver.